Oi. Well, it was cold in it was cold in McDonald's, and it's not too much warmer in here. Miserable day today. Maybe I should have got home and got the room warm. Wonder if I should have some greens. But I should have some. They've got a meal here that is just corn. It's corn in, I think it's corn in like a hot pan. So it's on offer for 150 yen. I don't know if it's yesterday I had a bento, or was it the day before? And it was, I think it was a burger on a plate or something like that, or meat. And the fucking spaghetti was cold and the fucking salad was hot. I was also, I've been doing this video before, there's one in next to the station, and it's 500 lemon sour, 550 yen for 1 hour. Well, the last time I did that, I got really drunk. I just thought there should be a machine, because a lot of people, I've just seen one of the staff taking two very large bags of plastic bottles, and I think there should be a shredder or a crusher at the place just to reduce on volume that they take up in the trucks, because I guess that if they're put in a garbage truck, this plastic is going to get contaminated. You know, and it is going to be. Then again, what am I saying? It's not recycled into new drinking bottles. It's recycled into toilet paper, I think. Or something like that. No, sorry, not toilet paper. Something different. Why? Well, I would have said it before. You didn't have to ask me. The Cobra Whitey. Why do you want me to say your name? Where are you from? Where are you watching from? Cobra Whitey. I think that Sizeria is a lot better for a range of meals than Gusto, cheaper as well. Maybe you can get spaghetti for about 400 yen. Nope, I can't see anything strange or funny or trickery about that name. So that's it. Say my name, say my name. Maybe he's got a deal with the fucking betting gangs in Hong Kong. I bet I can get this dude to say my name. I say everybody's name. usually. Fucking it's cold. It's cold. It's cold. Maybe I might have a. Got a box of wine the other day. So because I found that if I took a bottle of wine, I'd drink the bottle of wine. So maybe it's a lot better to have a box of wine than maybe I can get by in just one drink or two drinks. Two-piece trumpet, good name. What is are you a trumpeter? I picked up a Yamaha trumpet once. I sold it for 7,000 yen, I think. My granddad told me that he could play the trumpet, so I found the trumpet one day and I took it to him, and I said, "Play this then." But he was over 60 and not in best condition, and he only had one lung, and so he struggled to play it. But the guy that I sometimes worked for me was an American, and he told me he could play the trumpet, and there was a trumpet at the scrapyard, and so I passed it to him, and he indeed could play the trumpet. That was pretty impressive. So I'm saying that if you can't play a musical instrument, try to learn one. You know, and I'm sure that if you learn early enough, you know, it makes you think differently as well. Better for your brain. Not good. Not the trumpet. I have got all kinds of instruments at my house. I've got a kawaii piano, lots of guitars. I've got a shamisen. I've got a didgeridoo. I haven't seen that recently. I will have to search it out. I might have got one of those as well. Got a violin. I bought my daughter a violin and I got a violin lessons. My daughter's not a musician. So the small violin that cost me 23,000, which has hardly been used, is a quarter. It's in the back room somewhere. Now here's a funny thing. I know an Irish musician, and he's very good. Guitar, mandolin, all kinds of guitars, mandolin, banjo. And he tried to learn the violin and he couldn't do it. And I was very surprised by that, because he was a master of stringed instruments, but he couldn't master the violin. Oh, is that an anime? So they like the Japanese seem to like checking their temperature on the way out as well. It's from Hajime no Ippo. A boxing anime, okay. Which country? Okay. I think most of my viewers are from the United States. Japan is better than most countries. It's good. I'm looking at this food, I'm getting hungry. No, I don't think. See, that's it, the good thing here. You see that? You see that serving of wine? You see that? What is it? They give me a very good serving here. I've been here nearly 30 years, something like that. Alright, geek. It's fucking stuff. My jacket is wet and trousers are wet. Yes, Mata Gusto. If there was a size area, but the size area, like quite often, you know, going to town and probably, no, I don't speak fluent. Some things I speak are fluent, some phrases and things like that, very fluent, but I don't speak fluent in general. Shit, man, McDonald's was closed. I wonder if they've turned the heating off now. It's spring. I think that's what sometimes happens, because it's spring, so it's after the 21st, so they changed the regulators and they say now it should be this temperature, and so this is what we've got the heating onto. Luckily, Appleton next door, they have it nice and warm. Are there a lot of hostess clubs in this city? There are a few. I know about 4 of them. I've never been in them. But in Nagoya, there might be like hundreds, maybe even 1,000 in Nagoya. And I'm guessing the majority of those are staffed by Philippine girls. Yeah, because the video game. Okay. Yeah, I was watching Steve. What do you call that black dude that fucked up the naming of the girls in the Miss World or Miss Universe? I don't like him because he says he will never talk to atheists. What a fucking idiot. So if he will never talk to atheists, then he's spending his life talking to dumb cunts. And he says, what do you do for a living? And he says, I play video games. He says, why don't you get a fucking proper job? And it turned out this young man was earning $1.5 million a month playing video games. Well, what did Geek just say? Well, it's not. They can be, but They provide a purpose for Japanese men that won't get the chance to speak to women. Hello, are you a German man? German Japanese? When I first came to Japan, I worked at a Japanese restaurant. Sorry, a German restaurant, and the son. Was he? Oh no, the son. This guy worked there. Sven was his name, and he was half German, half Japanese, and he could speak fucking 3 languages fluently. And he was tall, slim, and really good fucking looking. The German bastard. Fuck it. I've got a photograph of him somewhere. Konnichiwa. I think the kids like checking their temperature. No, he was black hair. He had black hair, but he had an angelic face. Very tall and slim. Brilliant smile. But like I say, his mum was Japanese. His dad was like me, big and fat. But he didn't look German whatsoever. That mask looks strange. Oh yeah, it's been getting a lot of views recently. Thank you. But the strange thing is, someone's been fucking about with my channel, and on that video they put in, because I didn't do it. Someone put in. So I have been getting messages from Google saying I need to sort out my site. No, it's dead. Actually, it is dead, and it might have got AIDS. Hello, Realistic Elephant. How are you? Where am I now? I am in North Nagoya. Where are you? I remember Realistic Elephant. He's in Japan. Adam, where are you, Adam? Geek, a long-time viewer, friend. He's in California. Where are you, German JP? No, I said you're in Russian, yeah? I think that's what I said. Oh, you're in. Okay. Suwon. Okay. I've been to Korea a few times. Yes. I know. I think I probably know about 500, 600 kanji, something like that. I spent 2 weeks studying it just before I left Japan. It's very interesting kanji. What made me go to Japan? Well, I thought I had a good job in England, and I thought if I need another good job, I better learn a skill. So I decided to learn Japanese. Why do you need to go to Korea? Are you a parasite? And I went with my judo teacher as well. And I had to go for my visa, that was it. And he decided to go with me. Oh, Camden in London town, yeah. And we went to one of these yatais and we ate some Korean barbecue. And the woman, she got a book when she was writing the bill down. and she charged us double because we were Japanese or came from Japan. She charged us double, and she wrote it down in the back of the book like as a special price or order. She didn't write it down in the front of the book, but it was still cheap. Oh, okay. Part of him is buried there. Are you going to get it back? Yes, it's very easy to get lost in Japan. Very, very easy. On the trains, even Japanese get lost on the trains. Very, very easy. And when I first came here, there were no written in Romaji. It was all in Japanese. I don't now because I can't be bothered to link up the TV. So I've got a big TV in my room, but I don't watch it. When my computer was cut off for about 2 months, I started to watch videos on the TV. The granddad you live with now, geek. You trouble getting your license, Ed? Yeah, I know. For example, I'll give you a good example. Just a station down the road is what's it called now? I forget its name. But there are two stations in this area with the same name. So, for example, if someone gave you the name of the station to go to for a job, you could easily go to you could easily get mistaken and go to the wrong station. Do a lot of people speak English in Nagoya and Tokyo, big cities? You can always soon find someone that will speak English. That'll be no problem. So someone will ask someone, if you're lost, they will walk several hundred meters to take you to the place that you've got to go to. I'm not kidding. If you know where this place is, they will walk you. They will walk you to that place. Because they know how difficult it is to get around. Yeah, I think they had similar problems with the fucking. They had similar problems with the passport photos for the UK passport, and so what I did, they were never happy. So I just sent it in anyway, and it turned out it was okay. And a lot of people have had that problem. Camden Town, that's a great place, isn't it, Camden? Tony Soprano, I thought you were dead. Well, you are dead, aren't you? My TV's a big TV. I bought it in 2008 for the World Cup, so I've had it quite a long time. No, I thought about that, but I'm just not good with it, pal. It did cross my mind like a year or two ago. You know the code, is it HDMI? I bought a code and I could not fucking figure it out. Life is fantastic, Tony. Cheap beer, cheap food, cheap girls. Oh, really? Well, I'll have to give it a go then. But at the moment, I've got about fucking 3,000 items to sell online. I think sometimes, Geek, the system won't accept it. No, not recently. Not since the old. Not since the old COVID. All the hub pubs have all been shut down. What do I think of the royal family? I could tell you, but then I would have to kill you. No, I didn't really like him. But then I saw a program about him, and the things that they have to do. You know, well, they've got like fucking between 250 and 350 engagements a year, and they've got to be on their best fucking behaviour for every one of those. No, never been to Hokkaido. I'd like to go though. Yeah, one of the things that I wanted to go for was they used to do a trip for about 15,000 yen. You could fly to Hokkaido, and then you could have like go to their fish market and have a really nice fresh fish in their fish market. Your granddad still got his license. Who's the worst person I ever met? My sister-in-law. 2 sister-in-laws. And the girlfriend. Yeah, my brothers had cunt girlfriends and wives. Probably start with those 3. And there's a cunt in fucking in this area that I'd like to kill. Maybe I shouldn't say that. So you hit the button and your flies appeared. Stop playing with your flies, Ed. I have no fucking confidence in ordering food from this place. They are capable of fucking up every fucking meal. My biggest regret in life, giving my 2 younger brothers more or less free accommodation for 10 years, which allowed them to buy really nice houses for their first house. And when I needed £1,000 to fly home last year, they wouldn't fucking send me £1,000. So my biggest regret is giving those cunts all that fucking free accommodation. That's what my biggest regret is. Have you got a modern phone, Ed? Where you can, for example, on Facebook, then you can show Geek or something. Have you got a modern phone as well, Geek? Is that a question mark? Do you plan staying in Japan now? For the foreseeable future? I think that most foreigners come here for come back for the food. No, I'm talking about 20. They're millionaires. They have £1 million houses and £1 million businesses. They have got. They gave my sister over several £100,000. Don't start fucking making excuses for them. Has your laptop got a camera? Morning, Matje. One of my brothers was paying as little as £2.50 for 6 months for rent, and then they paid like £4 a week. The most they ever paid was £8 a week. They never did anything apart from getting some cheap tiles, which they took from where they worked. They never bought anything for the fucking house. Never bought a fucking thing. Never tidied up. Never made food. They did fuck all. And that was my biggest fucking mistake. That's very cuntish, yeah. But when it gets worse. So. I came back from travelling, I lost some money, I had to come back in an emergency. I had nowhere to stay. He was being kicked out of his drug den house when I came back to Sheffield. I took him in with me. Then I took him into my house when the house came through. So he was with me for like 3.5 years, something like that. And he wouldn't even, when his wife said he can't stay, he didn't say a fucking thing. He did not say a fucking thing. The fucking cuckold cunt. Now you got me started on drink now. Now, not worry about those cunts. I've got to think about fucking Ed's and his fucking his DMV problem. Yes, so many things have got to be online now, haven't they? No, I don't, but my stupid cunt brothers did. I am from Sheffield, Yorkshire. No, I have been thinking of getting a tattoo though on my shoulder, but like I say, I haven't had the money. I've been thinking of, because my channel name is R Gary, and I was thinking of getting R SpongeBob and mixing them up. Sheffield Wednesday. In England, one of my driving license runs out in 2027. Or was it 2127? No, 2027. So when I was 18, I think, and so my driving license. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I am 61. What would it be? Learn a language, learn a musical instrument. Stop playing with your cock so much. Or your pussy if it's a girl. If you've got cunt brothers, don't fucking let them share the mortgage. Yeah, but you know, I think a lot of people, what I was saying earlier, that a lot of people are saying don't spend so much time on the video games, and it appears that now if you're really, really, really fucking good at video games, you can make a lot of money. I look like 40. Thank you. Sometimes I get some old Japanese people say I look 70 or older. And so, well, can't you hear my voice? Do I sound like a fucking old man? Yeah, your voice starts to change when you get older. And so I don't think I've reached that stage yet. What is the best way to die? Probably in your sleep, I guess. You sound like drunken sailor. In what way? No, I don't know. It's probably the best way to die is with your children by your side, I guess. Yeah, it is, but you don't get the chance to say goodbye, do you? I liked Bob Hope. I liked Bob's Hope reply when he was surrounded by his daughters. They were adopted daughters, and so the daughter said to him, his daughter said to him, "Dad, where do you want to be buried? Do you want to be buried just underneath that tree at the garage, or just by the swimming pool, something like that?" And Bob Hope said, "Surprise me." You know, like I said, because we lost our mum when I was 12 or something like that, and so we did. My dad was in prison, and so when I came back to my city, I put a roof over my young brother's heads. And there's only one person, an old mate called Derek, who I worked with at British Telecom. He said that was a great thing you did there. He's the only fucking person that has ever fucking said that. Even my brothers they haven't fucking thanked me. Because they fucking cunts! See, they had three. One of them had like fucking 7 years to save up a fucking deposit for his house. He bought a massive fucking house on the edge of the estate. You know, like from the front of the house to the back, it's probably 120 yards, over 100 meters. And I'm thinking, how the fuck can he afford this? And this is how fucking stupid I am. He can afford it because he didn't pay you any fucking rent, you stupid fucking cunt. That's why he can afford it. This is only the second wine. Your name is Arthur Morgan. Well done, Arthur. You're afraid to become 61. Well, let's just hope you reach. If you're fucking Russian, you'd be lucky if you reach fucking 51. I am married, but we don't live together because I read that second comment by you, geek. Can I fight? Yeah, I can. Yeah. Why do you want to fight? Well, the last, the last 4 times, I think the last 4 times, all my opponents were on the floor within seconds. Yeah, like your granddad, yeah, geek. My uncle was strong. He lived until he was 89. He was a rope climbing champion in the army. What's that? It's not hands. It's judo. So you just grab hold of them and then just fucking turn them upside down, or use the clothes. So it's after doing it for so long, it's just very, very natural. One guy I did slap down, an old friend of mine, but the others I just grabbed hold of him. Yeah, boxing's always good. You should check out. I've got a boxing video on my channel. You should check it out. I did a sparring with a friend. I'd never boxed before, but it's quite funny. If it's it's not going to be a good day, is it? Sumo wrestlers are fucking big. I actually work with it. I actually work with a fucking ex-sumo wrestler, and he dropped his weight from 150 kilos to like 80 kilos. No, fucking sumo wrestlers are very, very powerful. And before they stopped, there was a famous two brothers wrestlers in Japan, and when you saw one of these, when they were 18 years old, fucking incredible fucking body. They're just so fucking strong. You you don't want to mess about with a sumo wrestler. You really don't. I don't know. I've never heard anything like that before. But what I have seen is sumo wrestlers that weigh like between 120 and 140 kilograms running an 100-meter race, and they're so fucking fast. They're so fast. Just as fast as American football players. They're really fucking fast. So I think every year they have some kind of games, where the sumo wrestlers take part and they do all these sports, but they're fast, they're fit people. Well, I guess when they get up to 150, like a little, but especially, like in their teens and early 20s. I am 174, something like that. If I stand up straight, really stretch it out, 174. So not all that tall. But for my age, that was average height then. But like we could have done with more food when we were kids. Yeah, 174, 5'8" and a bit. When I was 18, I managed to scrape the test to go for the police interview. But there, but then from there it all went south. So after my first interview, I sent another letter to apply, and they sent me a letter back saying, "Don't bother applying again." So I just went. I actually been thinking. My arms aren't that bad actually, so my arms are fairly strong. But it has been crossing my mind to do that. By the way, get into good shape. No, they're not now. The average Japanese young man, the average Japanese young man is about 5'9", 5'10". They're getting taller. Too much belly, I'm afraid. My horse doesn't look too good either. There's a famous Santa with muscle Santas from Scandinavia, but his legs are fucking short. He looks like a fucking sparrow. And also he took drugs as well. .6'3", and you're a boxer as well, wow. I had a full license. I've got a full license. So I used to have what was it? I think it was a P7 Kawasaki 750 P1, I think it was. But I think I'm a bit too afraid now to get on a powerful bike. I think if you went to university with a sumo club, you can practice, but that's the only way you're going to get in. There's one of the smallest ever sumo wrestlers was Whine Away, and he joined the sumo. He became a professional sumo wrestler because he joined from university. He is now a TV announcer. And Mino, he beat the big, 265 kilograms guy. He beat him. A bicycle, of course. A bicycle. Yes, I ride a bicycle. My neighbour is 94, and he rides a bicycle. And he's also, when he goes out, if he goes to a meeting, he fucking looks spick and span. He's 94. He goes out on his bicycle and he looks fucking smarter than most people. 94 years old. And I promised to pick up a bicycle from his place yesterday. But this bicycle is 50 years old. And I just don't know if it's got any value. Can you go direct to the DMV, Ed? Well, in Japan, bicycles are 10 a penny. That's fucking crazy. Not everybody's got a fucking computer. And even if they've got a computer, they haven't got the fucking skills. This is I'm fucking scruffy today. That's why I need to sort the house out. Maybe I'll go for a bath first thing tomorrow morning. When I had no job, I was walking all over Sheffield, and there aren't so many bicycles about. Just go on Craigslist, see if you can pick one up. But in England, in the big cities, bicycles can be quite dangerous because for some reason they think they can challenge fucking cars and trucks, and they shouldn't challenge them because car drivers and truck drivers are just fucking totally pissed off with people's on bicycles. Yeah, there's one. Like I said, when I was trying to do my passport, it's so fucking frustrating, and I just ended up saying when I refused to accept it. They said, "Do you want to send it as it is and see what happens?" And I says, "Yep." So that's all I did, and they finally accepted it. Hope you get it sorted out. I don't know. I never go in them. I remember when I was in Tokyo in 1991, 92. We went to this one sports centre in Roppongi, and there was a fucking jet fighter. There was a jet fighter one, and you got inside this capsule, and it just fucking spun you 360 degrees. It was fucking fantastic. It was like 500 yen a go, and you got in, like you've been strapped inside a fucking fighter plane, and it was fantastic. Really was brilliant. No, I don't watch anime. No, I used to watch it with the kids, but no. Like I said, because I don't. Uh, the other week, I found like a fucking. I found a load of Bart Simpson CDs, and so I was thinking maybe I should watch those. Yeah, of course, it's going to upset some people, and maybe there's a warning on the machine about that. Yes, I think there is. There was a warning that you better not fucking throw up in this machine. But there must be like even more modern ones now. I should check them out. One lady, I don't know, the small one, the pretty one, the funny one. That's she's been in probably most of my videos of recent in the last year. That is Moe-chan, but I upset her, I think. Mo, if you're watching this, and if I didn't upset you, let's have my treat going to either sushi or that curry place you like to go to. Get in touch, or I'll chop your leg off. And people will be sending you fucking panties with cum in them. No, like I said, I treat her to. I talked to her before. I take it. I can. She's got a young daughter, so we can. We can. That sushi shop opens at 4 o'clock, so we can go there, and it's right next to the station. but they couldn't wouldn't let me in last night. So I gave him a bollocking in front of everybody. So out of all the tens of millions of people that have tried to win the Lotto 7 in the last fucking 3 months, I do street fight happens. It's very very rare, very rare. Yeah, most of my I've only had one thing outside. I think the other, you let your fists. There's a new championship of slapping people. Have you seen this? I would not want to fucking participate in this. They could fucking knock your head off. You know, I saw this. I saw this one today, and it was like a big guy, and he didn't even. I don't know if he slapped him here. Really powerful slap, and I think if it had slapped him, I don't know if there's rules, but I think if it had slapped him like there, it'd have broke his fucking head. I don't know what Hadouken is. Alright, geek, take care, pal. Oh, when you're saying I have to punch out guys, I thought you mean you got to fucking punch them out. That's what I thought you meant. Not like to leave. Oh dear. I've been to Hong Kong. I don't know if it's 2 times, 3 times. No, it wasn't so much a fight. This guy he stole something from the front of my house, and I was just coming home. I saw him, and then when I caught up to him, and grabbed hold of him, and I said, "What you fucking taking there?" And then he started getting a bit fucking leery, so I just grabbed hold of him and turned him upside down, put him on the floor. And then he's going, mercy, mercy. He's going to call the police. He's going, no, don't call the police. No, like I say, so I just turned him upside down very quickly, and he was on the floor asking for mercy. And he gave me 3,000 yen. So I should have took him to the police, actually. It might have been worth more money. Yeah, thank you. Trying to get yourself BTMN. Thank you. It's not Moy, is it? Is that you, Moy? No, because he was stealing from me, so they wouldn't have taken his side. When I had trouble in the bar, the police took my side. So this idiot that worked in the 7-Eleven below the shop was very, very drunk, and he was like hassling me. And I said to the staff behind the bar, "Say, can you get him away? Can you tell him to shut up?" And he tried. He said, "Stop what you're doing," and he's fucking like giving it this in my ear hole. So I just grabbed hold the back of his neck, then I squeezed his neck, and then put him down by the side of me. And he was just like choking and gasping, and then I let him go, and then I just started drinking my beer again, And then he jumped up again. So after about a minute, he jumped up and he attacked me again. So then before he verbally attacked me, and then he attacked me. So I stood up, got hold of him, put him on the floor. Then I just started kicking him in the balls and banging his head on the floor. But I was so drunk and tired, I just couldn't really hurt him enough. But they called the police, and the police, he got a little bit of blood on him. He got a little bit of blood on his face. And the police, and I explained what had happened. He's behind the police. I've just like sorted him out twice. He's behind the police, like giving it that. And anyway, the one copper took me downstairs and I got a beer. And then they said, oh, he's okay now, he's agreed to fucking sign a statement. And so everything finished there. And then the copper took me home in the squad car, and I was drinking a beer in the back of a squad car. So I thought there's not many people that have done that. Yeah, like, you know, he didn't really get hurt at all. So apart from being embarrassed, like a 60-year-old man was fucking. He was like in his late 20s or early 30s, and a 60-year-old man sorted him out. That's why you should never fight with older people, because if you win, they say you're just fucking picking on old people, and if you lose, you look like a right fucking idiot. So never fight with old people. Now I saw him a month, about 6 weeks ago. He helped me with something, maybe 2 months ago. He helped me with something at his office. So, but we do have plans to meet up. So we talked about doing a video together. So, but a lot. I am too uncouth. Do we still talk about the Yakuza? Yeah, I don't know what's happening in. I don't know what's happening now in the guy, if the hub is going to open or not. Well, I think maybe they're losing their strength or popularity. So, you know, but usually average people are not really affected by the accident. So. Yeah, I think it's still a thing, but I think the police have got more control over them, or they're like curtailing what they can get up to. I don't know. Maybe put in Justin. Have you got a pen? Justin Ginther or sparring. I'd change the title, or maybe just put our Gary sparring and Justin Ginther as well. You may come up. It's a fun video. Well, just if you're on a computer, just do a search now. It wasn't it wasn't clickbait. See, my friend actually, he died several months after that. He was a antiques exporter from Japan, and he went to he had a good few months, and he went for a break to Bali to surf, and he got into an accident and he died. So a bit sad. Great guy. Yeah, if it had managed to stay alive, he would have been earning like $50,000 a month, because there was he was doing his business in dollars, and the dollar was really weak against the yen, and then not long after that it changed. It went from 78 yen to a dollar to like 123 yen to a dollar. So his profit would have gone up 50%. So. I thought you said you hadn't got a smartphone. That's what I thought. That's why I was saying, if you get on a smartphone and then you can show Geek what's actually showing on your computer, then maybe it can help you. No, of course not. No, I don't. I've got no confidence. No worries, pal. Glad you got it sorted out. No, so I don't have a nice place to take anyone back or anything like that. So I was once. They had all these fucking things in Nagoya, like these parties or national countries selling their beer and food. And I met this woman at the end of the night. I met this woman, and she was probably maybe 50ish, similar age to me, and I kissed her, and then she was like excited, and I was as well, and I thought, oh, we could get somewhere here, like make a friend or whatever. And I'd drunk like 2.5 bottles of wine, and for some reason she went away, and she brought this she brought this Japanese guy back with her. And I was really angry. Well, I was drunk and I couldn't understand what was happening, so I just fucking exploded. And so that was the only chance I had of. So I do like shooting myself in the foot. And the other strange thing is, I've stopped a couple of nights in a nice place at the Nagoya station. You can't fucking take anyone back. You cannot take anyone back to your room. I thought, oh, that's bollocks. So what I should say is, book in as Mr. and Mrs. Firth, and I'll just say, oh, whatever, book in for two, and I'll just say, this is my daughter. No, no, I don't think it was. It might have been like a brother or something like that, saying that, oh no, I met this interesting. Because if it was her husband, she wouldn't have kissed me. So it might have been a friend of hers or a brother, but like I said, because I was so fucking drunk. So 2.5 bottles seems to be my limit. What about you, Ed? 2.5 bottles, is that your limit? And when I was delivering Uber Foods, I went to one of these places, and I said to the guy, is it alright if I pay a visit? And he said yes. So I'm looking forward to going there, hopefully in the next 2 weeks. Yeah, well, but she was really nice, this woman. Well, I was drunk, but she seemed very, very nice, like a nice lady. And I was really happy. I've met someone like a similar age, and I've met someone, and blah, blah, blah. So, but I generally usually fuck it up in any way, mate, so. Even with Moe, I don't know, maybe I didn't read the right signals, so, because I was just thinking, well, I'm just way too old for you. Yeah, I tend to, usually women that, I can't recognize it, women that want me. I saw, there was this thing on TikTok, and this guy, because usually the advice on TikTok is fucking bollocks, but this guy said a great thing. He says, don't go for the woman that you want. Go with the woman that wants you. And I thought that was fucking brilliant. Because I've lost at least 3 or 4 women like that. Not realising. Because I thought they were too good looking. Or too smart. And hey, and here's another love of my life, Mew Mew Chan. There's always next time. They better fucking turn up soon. Yeah, but I think I'll get banned from TikTok soon because I see so many fucking knobheads on there, and I tell them that they're knobheads, and so I'll be banned soon. But I've got 2 TikToks. I've got a TikTok on this phone, and I've got a TikTok on the other phone. But I've got 1,000 viewers, but I don't think they'll let me go live because I'm a bad penny. How were the neighbours? How were the neighbours, Mew? No, I thought the one thing I do like about TikTok is mainly the dancing videos, and there's some pretty girls, and there's some guys dancing as well. There's like this group dancing, and sometimes there's like 4 or 5 guys dancing that shuffle dance, and then there's groups of boys and girls. I just like it. It's very. It makes you happy. I just like that. And there's some like Asian, not Japanese, but like, for example, Philippine or from other parts of Asia. And they have some really fucking surprising videos. You don't know what's going to happen. Thank you. So you don't know what's going to happen, and sometimes you get genuinely surprised by a funny turn. So I like it. I like it for that reason. Another thing on YouTube, you don't see your local friends, your local vloggers. They don't come up. They don't come up. All you've got to look is all the fucking television videos, all the famous singers, all the famous shows, all the famous repeats. I'm sorry, love. Your girlfriend is Filipino. Is she in America with you? Okay. Okay. Oh, that sounds like a challenge, Mew. Can you dance? They do pay for TikTok, but it's so fucking, there's a one girl with about 1 billion views, and maybe she's making some money. But generally, people don't make money. Have you been watching? I dance alone. Well, that's it. Sing a song as well. I dance alone when no one's watching, because I am scratching my crotchin. We've all been there, done that. No, I haven't been to the Philippines. I've employed Philippines. What's it shining in your what? Deek? Yes, I know Filthy Frank. I think he might have mentioned me in one of his videos. Didn't get very fucking far though. Yeah, it's a bit too weird for me. I'm making TikTok videos now. Oh, I see what you mean, yeah. I'm gonna. I'll have to make a TikTok video of my ABBA song. Trying to think of something. What's that? One of us is crying. One of us is lying. One of us is crying, 'cause he's buying all the beer. Something like that. Like a super pooper shitting on the streets. Have you ever been to Paris? Dog shit all over the place. Yeah, I have been dancing. I haven't made a video yet, but I've been like Dua Lipa, Dua Runner, Anne-Marie. Who are the other ones? Yeah, so Aurora, Sigrid. I think I'm going to start dancing. Maybe I'll put on my red Santa underpants. No, it was fucking dog shit all over the place. But then again, you can't really say that because it's the same in England as well. Because basically, we and the French were the same people. It'd be quite interesting to, or maybe the French are just in the fucking upper classes. That's probably it. That most of the French, they're just in the upper classes, the ruling classes, and that's why they're fucking cunts. Allegedly. So I went to McDonald's and they were training this young guy on the till, and he was the most nervous looking fucking kid I'd ever seen in my life. He was the manager was at the back of him, and he was just so nervous, this kid. And this is what I like about McDonald's. They will give work to old people, scabby young people, people with deformities, people without deformities. They'll give them jobs without a doubt. Because if you give someone like that a job, they will be fucking thankful and faithful to you for the rest of their lives. Because they've been trying to get work all over the place, and then when one company turns around and gives them a job, they're so fucking faithful and thankful. Yeah, of course it is, you know. There's a lot of stress, pressure working at McDonald's without a doubt, you know. Especially, especially when I go in. Do I still? No, just by physical work, that's all. Picking things up. Putting things onto the truck, taking things off the truck, folding things up, taking things. The other week, I was in my favourite toilet and doing this. I want to get my shoulders bigger, and just raising my arms like that, and no weight. I got fucking tired doing that. Well, I do it I'm working every day, so I've got to do this if I keep on sending T-shirts overseas. I haven't seen Jason recently, so I'm getting a bit worried about him. Jason is he's an Australian guy, and I don't know if his dad, they're from Uga in China-Russia border, and he speaks several languages, and I think he worked as a translator for the U.S. Army or the Australian Army, and so he was involved in an accident or like in a bombing or something like that. And it's like he's a good guy. Like he sent me money sometimes while he was watching me. Good fun. But like I said, maybe he's got some PTSD, and so I'm just hoping that he's okay. He put on a bit of a disturbing message on Instagram recently, so that got a bit worrying. So. When you're taking drugs, it affects. There's so many young people that have taken, for example, anxiety drugs, or they've taken certain drugs for weight loss, and they fucking kill themselves. Lots of cases where young kids have fucking killed themselves because of the medicine made them think or act differently. Do I remember the blue ball? Yeah, of course, yes. Who is that? Do you know me? Is that Stephen Williamson? Which one was the blue ball? Was it on the... was that just the other side of the river? You know, going towards Tesco's. So if you're looking at town, if you're facing towards town, then it's on the like the right hand side. Was that the Blue Ball? Yeah, that was a good night out down there. Used to go there usually on Sundays. Me and my mate Steve. We and yeah, like, oh my god, all that area's been knocked down. What fucking pubs? The last time I was in the area was about 6 years ago. I went into this pub and I says, "Where's the fucking mark on the glass?" She says, "Oh, we've done away with it." Well, you could give us a short measure, fucking fill it up. Hillsborough Tap. I don't think I know that. Oh, is that the one that when you walk towards the Greyhound track? Was that the tap? Do you live down there, by the way? Do you live in the Hillsborough area? My uncle used to have 4 newspaper shops. It's Olm Lane, that was it. He used to have 4 newspaper shops in the area. No, but all those pubs were good. It was a good Sunday night down there. All those pubs were good. I never went in the Working Men's Club. I only went in there maybe a few times. Was there 2 Working Men's Clubs? So, for the other people on the... Yeah, my uncle's paper shop was just on the corner. This is it. It's raining today. It's been a fucking shitty day. And as you can see, there's not many... this is an advice I give to young people. Always use one of these toilets. Because there's plenty of room. And as George said from Seinfeld, you don't feel encumbered. I'll sleep well tonight. One of the worst nights sleep I ever had was in New Zealand in a fucking police nick, because I was pissed out of my head and there's fucking no water. Bastards. You met a guy. Was he from Sheffield, was it? Or did he like it in Turkey? I don't. It's, no, I pissed in the sink actually. Yeah, it cuts out now and again. Yeah, I think well, the Turkish do drink, and they've got a beer called Efes, which is not bad, and they've got fucking. I get I think they've got generally. We in the West, we like the fucking Turkish kebabs and everything. Well, I'm not going to piss on floor, but I think I was looking at something, and I think maybe they've got a lot more. They have got a lot more nice food in Turkey. Have you not seen my why I piss in the sink video? Are you kidding? You haven't seen that video? It explains all. Yeah, I was working with. Well, I wasn't working with him. Maybe he was going to get me a job. I'm all right now with the price of scrap. But he was. He couldn't find a wife here, and he wanted to work here, and he was supposed to be coming back. And he married a Philippine woman who's got right to stay here. Right, I'm going to fucking bring my own sink. I've got some small sinks actually, about this size. Yeah, very easy to get into fights with fucking Turkish people, without a doubt. Not all of them, but some of them can be cunts. So if I came to visit you in Sweden, are you telling me you put cling film over your sink to stop me to stop me doing that? But I guess if the educated, I don't think maybe they wouldn't scrap much, but certainly the fucking working class would. I was fucking getting angry with two of them. They were in the this izakaya I used to go into, and they were like looking at me and smiling and saying "Baba," but Baba in Japanese is old woman, but Baba in Turkish means it's like a term of respect for an old person. So they think they're being really fucking friendly and kind, and I think they're being really fucking rude and stupid and dangerous. And so I was fucking putting the shits up them. But I looked in the dictionary. I looked in the dictionary the next day. I checked it online. Well, you know the ask the person that's doing the do it yourself thing on the ones above you are doing the do it yourself. Ask them to put a sink on the wall outside your apartment. Litter box. That's a good idea. Litter box. Yeah, I was just fucking shouting at them and swearing at them. And so, because, like I said, so because they were being friendly and respectful, they couldn't fucking understand it. So sometimes, I told you, I've said this before. The guy from Kazakhstan that was working for me, he came back to first things he said to me. Hey, I found out that cunt is a really bad word. Oh, that sounds good. Is it expensive? Well, they're not expecting, but they're just talking in their own language and saying that word. And when I hear that word, "baba" means old woman, I'm ready to go. So, and then like I figured it out, and then I just checked the meaning of the word. Did I ask you before, Mew? Did you see that film with the? Or maybe I talked to you about it before, yeah, with the Ricky Gervais's mate in that film, Stephen. Maybe it was an anime. Maybe it was an anime before in Sweden. Yeah, I think like in a lot of these, because it's a very basic word, you know, dada, baba, papa, mama. So they're just very basic words, aren't they? Which probably occur in many languages. You remember the Crown with the gorgeous girl in it from Manchester. She played the Queen. She was abused as a child by her dad. She jumped out of the window into snow, and then she looked after herself from being a young kid. She was also a lesbian, and then she was a computer expert, and then they were trying to kill her. And then Stephen Merchant, he was the scientist. Then another black dude from America, he was the guy that asked Stephen Merchant to make this software. It's on Netflix. Is it Claire Foy? Type in. Well, that's no surprise, is it? No, when I was young, you was always happy when Ellen Mirren was in something because you knew that she'd be getting her tits out. Yep. And some people are still masturbating over Ellen Mirren today. That's usually Graham Norton. Yeah, Mew, you're not the first person that's ever said that to me. No idea what you're talking about, Gary. Well, it wouldn't be a big surprise, would it, really? So, she's no Penny Francis. You know, but I'm guessing either they got. I wonder if they got more money or they would just get the part. Are you willing to get your tits out? Yeah, she was on an interview with a famous English interview called Michael Parkinson. I hate the cunt, and he was really horrible to her. But it does seem that Ellen Mirren has got the respect of everyone these days. Do I know Gunner? No, I don't know Gunner. Phoenix, are you fucking about with me? No, I don't know the baby, unless you want to fucking explain it, mate. But I don't know the baby. If you're trying to take the piss, I don't usually tolerate it. So either make yourself clear or friendly or fuck off. Looks like you fucked off. Nope, I don't know him. I don't know him, mate. Is there a reason why you think I might know him? Has he been fucking stealing my songs? Fucker. Kanye West stole the title to my song, Two Words. Oh, really? No, but someone said, I'll have to check it out. If you can find the link, that'd be great. No, you're not the first person to actually mention, so you're not the first one, mate. Did it? Did he shout out "Oh Gary" as like a scream, or did he say, "Oh, Gary's funny," or Gary's an arsehole, or something like that? But also, he did. What's his? What do you call that Korean guy? He shouted. He shouted my out. Yeah, I've no idea what you're saying there, pal. There was a. There was a. There's this guy in England. I forget his name now. Callum. His name's Callum's Corner. Very funny, very hard-working YouTuber, and he was doing some collaboration with this guy from Wales, and there was the guy that had a fight with the American guy in London, the black London guy. He had a fight with Logan Paul, is it? He had a fight with him. Now this black guy in London, I can't remember his name. He shouted out this guy, which was a friend of Callum's. This guy, he had about 5,000 fucking subscribers. KSI, that's it, yeah. So he had 5,000 subscribers. This guy went on to fucking KSI Scream, and then they had like some kind of back and forth with the words or lyrics or spitting bars out, whatever. KSI mentioned him because KSI had that time maybe 10 million viewers. KSI mentioned this guy from Wales, and his fucking subscribers went from 5,000 to fucking 350,000. So No, I did it. You know that you can get these gold things from there's a temple. There's a temple in Osaka or Kyoto, and I had three of them around my neck. I tried to do a rap song. It fucking failed miserably. It was fucking terrible. That was my bling. Shout out to. Well, I'll have to search him out, won't I? I'll have to search out his videos. I will check when I go home. I'll have one more wine, and I can't even whine about the wine because the wine's only $1. Yeah, I always think one glass for $1. Yep, and the great thing is, they fucking at this place, the young staff, they bring me fucking more than the usual glass. That see that it should be up to there, something like that, but they always bring it like up to there. I fucking love these guys. Couldn't make eggs or toast to save their fucking lives, but they certainly know. So I was at the scrapyard today. He was pissing it down. One of the guys helped me, and so I got 500. Oh, I got some money out of my pocket. There was four guys. I says, "Here, get a drink for yourself," you know, from the drinks machine. Fucking wouldn't take the money. You know, so I actually knew about that. I think someone told me about that quite a few years ago. And I have actually been, I've actually taken stuff away from at Nagoya University from like foreign students there. Thank you, sir. What is your name? Okay, he wants to keep that quiet. No, but I'm talking about the morning breakfast. I don't drink in the morning. Realistic elephant. So, did you do some time in at uni Daigaku? Did you study there or something? But the thing is, it's a long way away. 2001. So what is your job now? Are you from Sheffield? Vending machine story. What was that? Now. Ice skating hysteria? No, why? I don't know why have you answered that. Why have you asked that? Was this? But I'm not a story. Can you give me some background? No, I don't know. Is it on at the moment? Like I said, I don't watch television. Oh yeah, the Chinese guys, yeah. But I have bought some drinks in the past, and the boss too. I have bought them drinks, and the boss has bought me drinks as well. So if they've been friendly or helpful, I've been like throwing all kinds of crap off the back of the truck. And so if they turn a blind eye, then I'm happy, and I'll fucking buy him a drink. So, but I offered to buy all four of them a drink, but he wouldn't take it. Oh no! Like I say, I haven't been watching television, Mew. Rainbows and my knuckle-headed friend. So I read that Julia Roberts and Ed Sheeran went to this funeral in Australia. They had to like inoculate for 2 weeks. Where do you live in Sheffield? I was talking to someone a few months ago, and he actually lived just down the road from my brother's firm. Broughton Road, is that Attercliffe? What, Hillsborough Park? Oh no, it wasn't inoculate. I used the wrong. I couldn't think of the right word. What is it? What is it that we know when they have to go in? They have to like stay in the room for 2 weeks. I couldn't find the right word in my head. That's not the right word. Quarantine, yeah, quarantine. They had to quarantine themselves for 2 weeks. Yeah, inoculate, yeah, or giving a vaccine, yeah. When you inoculate someone, yeah, that's right. Okay, cool. All right, SW, take care, pal. Spuds, no, you use it quite often. No, it's Wi-Fi. No, spuds, yeah, very, very common word. Maybe it's used before the spuds are used before they peeled. Maybe. For example, peel the spuds. I use the Wi-Fi at home as well, but even though maybe I should try setting up the phone. Taters, yeah, that's another one. Yeah. Tato? No, I've never heard of Tatos. Taters, yes, not Tatos. Maybe you should get out the Roger's Theosaurus. I don't. Americans have something called tater tots, I think. Not sure what those are. Maybe the little mashed potatoes that are put into like pistol-shaped things and then fried. But we don't have tater tots in England. Over the last few months, which has entered my mind now and again, is not eat for 2 or 3 days and then just have a really nice meal where you wouldn't, like, for example, spending like 1,000 or 2,000 yen on a steak. Yeah, I think I figured out what they were, but I think the first time I saw them was in Napoleon Dynamite. Did you ever see that film? No, you should watch it. I'm sure you'd like it. It's about a geeky kid, but it's about a geeky kid that like does a geeky dance, but the way he talks and the phrases he comes out with are just so fucking likable and funny. But the thing is, because you remember this guy, so when he acts in other films, or maybe a serious film, you fucking recognize his voice. The dance, when he does a dance on stage. I think that's one of the most famous things from him. You know, it's for In Sync. Or was that the name of the group? Yeah, maybe sometimes when actors create a classic character or they act for a classic character, then they're just then they're just tied to that character. They're typecast, like Rick, the guy from two other guys from Happy Days. You know, the Fonz and Richie. Okay, good. They're gonna miss you talking about going to take something first. Should you take them after food or something? So I didn't start work well about 12 o'clock, so it's pretty good. It looks okay, yeah. Didn't it need some like juice or a sauce? Okay, take it with a bit of milk or something. So this is my bank card. Do your bank cards have like anime on them or something like that? I think this is so fucking old, this card. Or maybe it's not. Am I mental? Yeah. No, but the sauce seemed to be very thin, didn't it? I'm not sure. Yeah, you can choose, like lots of banks, they'll give you a choice of like 3 or 4. There's one, when I first came to Japan, there was one, there's a, it's the sauce that goes with tempura. And it's fucking really nice and sweet. It's like a light brown sauce. It's really tasty. And I'm not even sure if you can fucking buy it. You might just... That's 1 yen. 50 yen. 100 yen. So the ones that are missing, the 10 and The 10 and the 50. What have we got here? Oh, look at that, I've got some more 100s, so I can pay I can keep the notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 50. Maybe we should change that. Yeah, they do the 50 yen and the 5 yen. The 50 yen and the 5 yen have holes in the middle. No. Yeah, I think there are actually some countries, they have triangular coins. I wonder if there was a reason behind putting the holes in the coins. Yeah, well, you need. I think you're better off putting a lot more in a sock. Good idea. Like you're thinking. That's a syncopation. Syncopation is my occupation. I promise not to piss in your sink. Unless, of course, you want to videotape it. A viral video. Santa Claus pisses in Swedish girl's sink. To avoid yellow snow. There you go, fine dining. I have drunk my own urine, but not after heavy drinking. I stopped drinking for a few days and to do it, and I drank it. It's supposed to be good for you. Maybe that's what I should do. Change the channel name again. R. Gary, pissing in sinks. It's comedy. Yeah, that'd be good. I could piss in Bear Grylls' mouth. I think you'd like that. Oh, I think I better close. No, but I definitely think that Bear Grylls is a bit. There's some of his fucking things that he does is a bit fucking dodgy, and it's for the camera. And I don't think it's real. There's some fucking fake shit there, without a doubt. Yeah, it looks like we think on the same lines there. Yeah. Like I've only watched a few. I've read about him. I've seen him talk, and I think there's like a lot of fucking bullshit there. So. Yeah, like there are some places where he says for like health and safety acts and all things like that, and they stay like in a 5-star hotel. They fly back from the fucking site. It's bullshit. But like especially some of the things. See, this is what gets me about when there's a natural disaster and they said, oh, they need food and water now. Well, you can go without water for a few days and you can go out without food for a fucking few weeks. Well, they don't need it now. And Bear Grylls, like if I went on a course with Bear Grylls and it goes, oh, you've got to eat these bears bollocks, I say, I think I can fucking wait it out. Don't worry, Bear. I'll wait until we get back to the hotel and have a fucking cheese toasty. Oh, really? Let me know what that one is, Mew. I want to see Bear Grylls trap his arm in a boulder, then cut his arm off and eat it. They're not going to do it. There are certain setups, for example, in very cold climates like in Russia or in America or in Canada, where people have set off into the fucking wilderness and took a wrong road, and they haven't got any fucking telecommunications equipment. They haven't got any spare water or spare gasoline or fucking warm clothes. That's called Darwin's. They deserve to die. So when you say survival, don't fucking go out there in the first place. Grizzly man, okay. And is this an old one or is this a new one? When I was a kid, we used to watch a show called, I think it was called Grizzly Adams. Cannot remember what it was about. 2005. Is I might have seen it. But this is before Bear Grylls, yeah. This, like, I've got a few Facebook friends all over the world in different places, and there's one guy in Canada called John Hughes who's a musician, and he kills a lot of fucking wildlife. So I'd like, if I win on the lottery, I'd like to go and visit this guy. there's the guy with a big fucking bear, and this bear is used in like films. So so it wouldn't be real safety, would it? Were you talking to me about what the PA system is saying? Something about members registering something. To be clear, contact Skylark. For clear ideas or for a clear picture, contact Skylark. Something like that. Yeah, I think I used to have one of those. I used to have one phone I used to have, and you used to click it, and it used to make a sound like a sword being taken out of a scabbard. You know, that was quite cool. So what they call those, the Galapagos Islands. So they're saying that those are the original phones. So they call Garakit. About 6 months ago, 9 months ago, I went into to see the G5 phones. Fuck, they look really cool. Oh, right, guys, I'm gonna get off. Thanks for staying around, asking questions. I appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. So I'll try to check out that what is it, Grizzly what? Grizzly Man documentary. Hey, glad you appreciate it. Take care, pal. Bye. Bye, Mew, if you're still there. Oh, she's taking a tap.